What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I'm going to break down the damage done to this particular channel from Cnet and from apparently VentureBeat today. I'm going to have a talk with a few of my associates over at VentureBeat and see what exactly they were thinking about publishing that. And I don't plan on going completely over everything, but I want to start by thanking all of you and thanking this video's sponsor. That's right, you guessed it, the sponsor is me and the subscribestar.com/thequartering page. It's exactly like Patreon, except they actually support creators and free speech. The only drawback is PayPal has left them out in the dust. However, you can still back using credit card, and that is the only primary difference. I'm going to work on adding some backer level rewards once I get a free minute. Thank you so much for just checking it out, and if you backed, also thank you. Let's get into the video. Hey, thanks for checking out that ad. It's a free way you can support the channel. Just check out the app. If you don't like it, don't play it. Or let me know that you didn't like it. But it takes just a minute to grab on your Android phone or your iPhone, and maybe they'll stick around another month. So VentureBeat put out a new article today called YouTube's Cesspool of Anger and Hate Faces Growing Scrutiny. Does it, though? Does it, though? I don't believe it does. I mean, we have VentureBeat, which is like a irrelevant website. Cnet, a irrelevant website. And you might ask, well, why respond? Why even respond to these sites if they're worthless? Well, I think there's merit in that. But also, I've found the best thing to do is to get out in front of these things and address any claims that they make, any lies that they spin. And also, it's best to hook these type of people up to plows and farm money with them, because that is, in fact, what has happened. You all have stepped up. Things have never been better on this channel. My CPM, which is my earnings per 1,000 views, in the last 30 days, you know, we talked about Honda pulling out, Gamefly pulling out, DeVry University pulling out. Well, Ian, I'm sorry to inform you that my average earnings per 1,000 views in the last 30 days is up nearly 30%. So apparently, Gamefly must have been paying very little. So thank you for leaving Gamefly. I want to point out some of the subjects, some of the targets in this article. We can take a look at my channel, The Quartering, which is doing okay. Was receiving some upward trend late last week when we started talking about this. Thursday and Friday and Saturday when the article came out and it was being addressed, I would say we added, I don't know, 3 to 4 times the normal number of subscribers. Normally we're adding 400 to 500 a day. Friday we added 3,000, Saturday 2,300, Sunday almost 1,400. Today at 4 o'clock we're already at almost 800. Will probably be at 1,500 to 2,000. Needless to say, thank you, Cnet. If we look at some of the other people, Upper Echelon Games, absolutely exploding. Had already been on an incredible run last week after exposing some mobile advertising videos. But then we get to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3,000, 4,500 subscribers on Friday, 4,800 on Saturday, 2,200 on Sunday, already outpacing me today. Think he's doing okay. Legacy, also noted in the article, average about maybe 300 to 500 depending on the days that he released videos. Friday, so Wednesday and Thursday he had added 200. Friday 3,600. Saturday 1,900. Sunday 1,500. Today Monday already at 2,100. He'll probably finish the day at more than 3,000. Even look at Clean Prince Gaming, who was measured in this article, largely stagnant over the past couple weeks, having some good days and some days where he had actually lost subscribers. He jumped into the fray Friday, 1,100. We'll call it 1,200. Saturday, 2,000. Sunday, over 800. Today, nearly 1,300 subscribers. When we look at last weekend where he had 12 and 37 new subscribers. My Subscribe Star had about 75 members at the start of this. Now has 283. We added 200 backers here. Thank you so very much. We had nearly 200 people hit the join button below the video, which is like a Twitch subscription. It supports the direct creator. Upper Echelon Games said that his viewers came out and supported his Patreon. I know it's an exhaustive meme, but I am so proud of this community. You didn't have to step up and put your cash on the table. You didn't have to hit that join button on people's channels, but you did it because you knew that we needed support. And we got it in spades. And today, this article comes out. And I want to be careful about taking too much of a victory lap. Yes, thank you so much for everyone who hit join. Thank you, everyone who went over to Subscribestar. And I appreciate that. And for those of you that can't do it, seriously, don't feel bad. You can always check out the app. It's free. Those of you that did, I'm deeply thankful. Now we see VentureBeat. In the ongoing social media conflagration surrounding objectionable content, Facebook is drawing the most heat, followed by Twitter. But Google's YouTube now seems to be making a bid justifiably recognized as its own special circle of the internet heck. Like other sites have been becoming a swarming hive of disinformation, hatred, and bad words, YouTube has been offering platitudes on how it's trying to improve its content on the platform and weed out nastiness. See, this is always the interesting thing with how these people talk. They refer to YouTube as having some sort of high moral standard that they are required to stand up to by other people who don't pay their salaries. That they are supposed to have a specific level of quality content in somebody else's opinion. Now, I have no problem with removing really bad stuff, right, from YouTube. But the problem is these media outlets are just arbitrarily describing things as bad or extreme and demanding YouTube remove it. And it does seem, I'm not going to wear a tinfoil hat all the time, but I think that if you compile the number of people who have come under the ire of the dying off legacy media, it does seem to be two types of people. One, people that tend to be a little more conservative, and two, people that tend to quarrel with mainstream media, people that like to point out false reporting and false narratives. Why do you think that the Cnet article was so aggressive towards me? It's because I had publicly called out one of his coworkers, Kaylee Plague, and made her look like a fool. I mean, it's totally obvious. You don't even have to gaslight and say, oh, you guys are just being crazy. No, I mean, the proof is literally in the pudding. The reason this clown was so hard on my channel is because I made his coworker look like the liar she was, in my opinion. So if you quarrel with legacy media, you end up in their crosshairs. You make them look stupid, you end up in their crosshairs. And yet, not only has the company been failing fundamentally to stymie the awfulness that has taken root there, it seems to continue incentivizing the worst tendencies of the human race. The most recent contre-attempts began with a tweet by Vox reporter Carlos Loser, in my opinion, about relentless abuse he was receiving via YouTube's videos of right-wing comedian Steven Crowder. Mars's tweet storm included excerpts of Crowder using unfortunate words and how it hurt his feelings, of course. Nobody cares. YouTube also took the opportunity to pat itself on the back. Yes, 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 of course. VentureBeat, please tell us how to be better. The next day, Ian Scher of Cnet posted a scathing look at how YouTube rewards the growing genre of hyper-angry, outrage-seeking gaming culture creators on its platform. Starting last year, a new cadre of negative YouTube gaming commentators came into prominence. Almost in unison, they enjoyed spikes in audience and view counts. Well, the most recent one was thanks to you, Ian. Again, I don't know if... I mean, I have my personal beliefs. I believe that these people are purposely lying and spreading a narrative. I don't believe anyone could be this stupid. But I mean, all of human history has pointed to our interest in the bad, in things going awry. It's the reason America's Funniest Home Videos are so popular. In today's current climate, I suppose you would call that extreme content, wouldn't you? I don't understand how anyone takes these hacks seriously anymore. Yes, eventually they will likely get some of us, but they can't stop change. They can't stop the fact that nobody cares about legacy media. They can't stop the fact that you, the viewers, look at how many of you don't even watch my videos. I would bet you 20 to 30% of people that watch my videos just listen to them. And I'm happy you do that. I'm happy for you to enjoy the content any way you wish. And one day, people won't want content on YouTube anymore. They'll want something else. And if I'm around still and I haven't become a meme, I'll have to make that change too. My response won't be to blame YouTube like it is with mainstream media. Most of these people have realized that they have no real personality. And Upper Echelon actually had an amazing tweet. And I did retweet it. If you follow me on Twitter, it's @TheQuartering. You have to like put my actual address in there because they've shadow banned me, I guess, for being too truthful. He said essentially, YouTubers have a platform, but they have to earn their audience. You know, having 100 subscribers isn't easy to do. But most of these journalists, or as I like to say, and as you now know, as Ian Sure has defined it, journalists, they have a platform, essentially an audience handed to them. They didn't have to earn it. They go and work for these huge companies like Vox or Cnet or whatever, and they have built-in traffic. So all of a sudden, they start to think what they're saying is important. They haven't had to earn it like we have. So that's why our crowd, our viewers, are so willing to support us in our time of need, or so willing to correct lies and false narratives about us. So while this article continues to push that narrative that it's YouTube's algorithm that's the fault, and not this is just the content that people want to watch. Look, even if you're not involved in all this stuff, I think most people could understand that a story, what they're saying about YouTube is the same thing you could say about the nightly news. Thing goes off without a hitch and happens exactly as planned is not an exciting news story. So why is it just YouTubers' fault? You think Vox Media is covering local lemonade sale goes off without a hitch, 43 cents made? No, they cover the same stuff everyone else does. It's not necessarily about outrage. Look, I would love if the gaming industry wasn't a giant cesspool of garbage, but it is. All right? And there's no shortage of people willing to trade their personal ethics for flights down to Florida for Borderlands reveals, and for premium access at E3, and for premium access at BlizzCon. All right, there's no shortage of shills. What there is clearly a shortage of, based on the meteoric rise of commentators willing to try to speak truth to power in this industry, is people that will point out baloney. There's no end to people willing to give up their personal beliefs for some free merch or an early review copy. We all see you. We know Kotaku and Polygon aren't honest reporters. We know most of these YouTubers who are talking about how great a game is got the game for free. We know they can be bought. We know influencers are putting their opinions and beliefs for sale to the highest bidder. Now, that's fine, make your money, but that's not what I want to do. And I don't think that's what Upper Echelon wants to do, or Legacy, or any of these other people. We're just trying to speak our truth. Are we always right? No, of course not. I'm probably wrong more than I'm right. But at the time when I'm saying what I'm saying, it's because I believe it to be true. And I hope and I believe that's why all of you are so loyal. So I want to thank all of you and let you know that I'm doing just fine. And it looks like my peers here are doing really well as well. Make sure you check out their channels if you haven't already. And we'll just stay in here and keep fighting the good fight. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.